Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
In the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
And it's Hakimi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vitinha. That's a cute ball. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Hakimi. They get a throw in. Raul. Caicedo. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And it's Kimmich. Hakimi. Raul. And it's Kimmich. And Caicedo. Cucurella running with the ball. Nicely aimed pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lahm. That's good play. Cucurella did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Azar! Azar! The man's a genius! About as smooth as it gets. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yokohama F. Marinos are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Tries to pass it through. Vitinha. He's being urged to shoot.
Montreal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Has a look and plays it forward. Van Dijk cuts it out. Played down the flank. Vitinha can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Azar. Bale. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Ball swung in. Goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Yokohama F. Marinos are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Raul. He is through here. Goes for the shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cristiano. Oh, great leap. Oh, off the bar. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there. It's just a shame about the accuracy.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Hakimi. Yamal. Raul. And it's Hakimi. Bale spots it and intercepts. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? He's got away. And that is well cleared. Hakimi. Yamal. Oh, that's delightful. Bale. And it's Vieira. And it's Lam. Wriggles his way through. He's found a way through. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And he's quick to get rid. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And this is Ibrahimovic, looking for the run. No luck with that dink over the top. Gabriel. The message is clear, none shall pass. Caicedo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He has found the way, there's the shot! Vitinha. Nice looking ball. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Kimmich. Oh, that's clever. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Nicely shaped ball. Caicedo.
Yokohama F Marinos are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
It's Asa! Denied by an instinctive save.
Hazard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now they can spring out of defence. Can he get on the end of this? And that is expertly dealt with. No, that's been intercepted. Rashford. Raul. Raul! Chance, surely! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Raul. Number 11, Jamal. Number 4, El Haj Diouf. Number 17, Joshua
No,
Kimmich.
he's not getting his way this time.
Number 14, Rashford.
Played into space.
Coming on the field.
That is a brilliant
Number
interception.
22, Messi. Number 18, Ruben Diaz. Number 21,
Semenyo.
Drogba.
Oh, this is a terrific
Number
run.
8,
Bullets!
Griezmann. Number 10, Musiala.
Messi.
Substitution.
Bruno Guimaraes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
For Messi. Opts for safety. And it's Guimaraes. Now who's going to be first to this? Threads one in. That's a throw. Always goal side. And here's Hullet. And Hullet! Glorious! He's got himself an absolute peach. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in. Great chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Musiala. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Dembele. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Into the last 5 minutes. Cucurella receives it in a wide position. Oh, they can break here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
2 added minutes has
And
been
it's Lam.
indicated.
Bruno Guimaraes. And now the breakaway. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
Caicedo. And Cucurella. And it's Rashford. Timber does really well to win the ball there. Musiala. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Liverpool clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Szoboszlai. Searching pass he's played there. Can he get it through? Henderson gets it clear. Musiala. It's a promising position. That's going across goal. And they've been given a corner. And we have our very first corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Timber. Seedorf. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. He has found the way through. Timber deals with that comfortably. Cruyff can see things others simply cannot.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And he's picked it up out wide, and he's managed to get free. There's the terrific effort! Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Liverpool have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
No foul, says the referee. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Caicedo. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, what? And the shot! And that's a good finish. That is how you do it. A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Played back into the centre. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is a great pick out. Hakimi. Pressing high and with purpose. Kimmich is the team's great visionary. And it's Caicedo. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Raul. Caicedo. Kimmich. Szoboszlai. And it's Cruyff. Van Dijk. Oh no, this does not look good. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Timber picks it up from the goal kick. Driving forward. Timber wants to run onto this. He leaps for it. And a neat finish. And again they hit the front. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Liverpool leading now. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Kimmich. Cruyff. And the counter is on. And he's in on goal. Chance! Oh, good finish. They are purring, truly purring. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball.
And it's been given away. Now he's running away. And Troy! Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Oh no, what has happened here? He is through here. Crosses it in here. Hakimi. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has found themselves a little lost today. Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium.
So the action resumes. 45 minutes to change their fate. Kimmich. Brahim Diaz. And it's Kimmich. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Oh, super find. That is good alertness.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Hakimi. Raul. He's had it taken off him. Spread out to the left. Oh, that's a very chance! Now, how often do you see that?
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition.
Oh, what a mistake! He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Liverpool are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Caicedo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Musiala, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Hakimi wins the duel this time. Nesta gets over and intercepts. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. That has ended up in no man's land. Kimmich. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
In with the challenge. Timber has created one goal already. Szoboszlai. And that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. That's an imaginative pass. He's had a shot! Goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Substitution on the field, number 21, Ibrahimovic.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Coming on the field,
Well, that is one way to stop him.
18,
Osimhen, never the sort to be shot shy.
Cristiano Ronaldo, number 45.
Now it's Hullet.
Osimhen.
Threads one in.
Progress.
Great ball if he can get there. Shapes to shoot! And that's a tidy finish. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful. To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
He goes for a shot! It's a goal! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well, that has not gone well. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. To Musiala. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Hakimi. Ronaldo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Van Dijk. Kukçu. And it's Guimaraes. And Gabriel. Van Dijk. And it's Musiala. And it's Kukçu. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Musiala, and this is Ronaldo. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Added time.
That could spell trouble. There will be a throw-in. Turns back here, probably the best option. And the number on the board is 3. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Guimaraes. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Aside... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then.
Raphael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
And Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Svensson. Ball played for Kukçu. Kimmich. And it's Kukçu. Svensson. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Svensson is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kukçu. Svensson. Kukçu. And it's Van Dijk. It's Kimmich. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Played out wide. And it's Kukçu. Kukçu. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Svensson. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rashford. Svensson. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Raul. And here's Rashford. Space for him to turn and look. Here comes the cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Bale. He's in plenty of space here. He's found the way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Berbatov. That's destined for the flank. Rashford will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Looking for options for movement. Van Dijk. Ball played for Kukçu. And it's Kimmich. And Gabriel. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Can he get on the end of this? Rummenigge! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Kimmich with the clearance. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And here's Bale. And he's lost his man here. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Araujo is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Beckenbauer, quality ball. And the counter is on. Rummenigge. Bale. He's found a way past. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Berbatov is herring after that one.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Very nicely done. And for the first half, that is that. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So, into the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And it's Hakimi. Gabriel. Kimmich. And it's Hakimi. Nice bit of trickery. Has a look up and... Berbatov! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Kimmich. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Rashford. Beckenbauer.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Beckenbauer. That's going wide left. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Too much on that, it's gone out. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. This might spell danger. Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Hakimi. Quick look, then place. It's rising! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Hazard. Beckenbauer conjures time and space where few can. And there's green grass ahead of him. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Messi. Oh, super find. That is lovely. Raul. Nicely shaped ball. Yamal is in a really good position out wide. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22, Hazard. Numero 8, Seedorf. Numero 4, Messi. Lasciano il campo per il numero 21.
Safe to say he's capable of better than that.
Il numero 10.
Milan are
Attenzione,
looking
la
to go forward
sostituzione.
now. Now it's Schneider. Svensson promptly onto that, and that is that. Hakimi. And here's Drogba. Takes aim and crosses.
Montreal truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Hakimi. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And he's managed to get free. And he lines up a cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Now the cross. It's their second corner of the game. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Corner number 3 coming up. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And they are prompt with their pressing.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Solar. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And it's Schneider.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Beckenbauer really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now it's Bale. And he welcomes it in. Chance! Hakimi tries to clear. That's a decent clearance. And that's that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Montreal certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Vibrant and vivacious, there is a genuine appetite for the game here, retaining, as it does this stadium, the spirit of the grand old ground they left behind a mile away. Things already rolling. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Barella, played out to the left flank. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Kimmich. And reclaimed it in a trice. Cannavaro. Yamal. Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cucurella cross, and the finish! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Raul, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Hoisted in. Still goalless. Lima. Goes looking wide. Hazard receives it in a wide position. Looking to play him in. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Paris Saint-Germain are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box.
Shot a goal! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
OK, credit him for his willingness to run at people, but you really shouldn't be afforded so much space down the middle of the pitch.
And he's there to get it away. Now it's Hazard. And it's Lima. Looking tidy in possession here. That's going wide left. Knocks it into space. Can he get on the end of this? And he was alert to it. James. And it's Lima. To Barella. That's destined for the flank. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Rashford. Messi. Messi stood his ground strongly. Messi running with intent. Played out towards the right wing. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rashford finding himself in space. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Cucurella. And he's there to make the challenge. Hazard. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Alexander-Arnold. He's in a great position here. Barella. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Rice. And it's Lima. Now it's Yamal. Yamal. He has found the way through. Goes for a shot! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This to make it 1-0. That's a fine save by Henderson. Oh, he's missed it.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's Lima. Oh, that's nice. And here's... Can he finish? So, third corner of the game. Kukchu with the clearance. Knocks it out wide. Messi.
There will be 1
Juke.
minute added time.
Cucurella. And this is Neymar. And the referee has blown for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And if you do
So
have
neither
a
side
chance
has
today,
found a
please
way
take some
through
time out
yet.
to give your
Well,
support
this will
to
have
our
given them
better
a chance to
stadium
look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain, number 21.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Coming on to replace him is
0-0,
number
and we're at the halfway point.
Mbappe.
Kimmich. That's a good run he's making there. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Brahim Diaz clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
There's a searching pass. And he's straight offside. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Yamal. Oh, well played. Kimmich. Alexander-Arnold. It's Kimmich. Looking for options for movement. And he's only too happy to take that back. Tries to play it through. That's a good foray he's making. Brahim Diaz, upright and purposeful. Brahim Diaz, he's got away. Brahim Diaz, with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Now that's well seen too.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Raul. Over to the right flank. He is through here. Good read, needed to be. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Lima. And it's Rice. And it's Barella. Azar is wide and looking to get onto this.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 23, Barella. Number 9,
Messi
Yamal.
is always scanning the
Coming on
pitch for
field,
targets.
Number 22,
Cucurella.
Haller. Number
Van Dijk.
8, Sane.
And
Substitution
Gabriel.
in progress.
Bruno Guimaraes. Juve. That's good running with the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Cross to the back post. He leaps for it. It's in. And just like that, he's into double figures now. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Well, movement like that is so elusive, difficult for midfielders to track and defenders to spot.
Number 22,
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, you can't deny...
Chance! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So that's 2 now without reply.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, delightful ball. Azar. James. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Juve. Gabriel. And it's Alexander-Arnold. It's Van Dijk. Oh, he's been caught on it here! He's picked his way through. And it's been hooked away. And it's Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's forced to go back. Tacho cuts out the pass. Palmer. Messi. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that's that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Security staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then.
Well, when it comes to strikers, Peter, you're not going to get much better than this man, Eto'o. Fast, strong, energetic.
And, of course, with a medal collection to prove it all.
Yeah, and another outstanding quality of his is leadership. He's such a respected character on and off the pitch, and never one to shirk his defensive duties either.
It's a pretty loose pass. Yamal, and he's being shifted off it. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a key interception. Alexander-Arnold. And Yamal. Kimmich. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Hazard. He's a sharp little ball here. Shoots! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
So, a breakthrough already. Great defending, strong and determined. And this is Eto'o. And they're quick to get it back. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Kimmich. Now that looks a decent ball. Raul tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he's there to belt it away. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Messi is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, it's played into the area. And that is well cleared. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Montreal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Akanji. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Aims beyond the defence. That's a shade optimistic. Chance here to counter. And it's Gerrard. Nice looking ball. Eto'o providing an outlet on that flank. And he's managed to get free. Gerrard. And this is Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's well spotted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Montreal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
O'Reilly. And it's Azar. To Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Threads one in. Corbel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold charging forward down that flank.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Alexander-Arnold. Can he get it through? And that could set him on his way. This looks promising. Ambitious ball here. O'Reilly showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Alexander-Arnold. Gabriel. Shapes to shoot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Swings in across. Defending of the desperate variety. And for the first half, that is that.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early...
And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Takes the shot! And that's a good-looking ball. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Kimmich. Cucurella. Good running, strong and purposeful. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Berbatov. Nicely aimed pass. Azar. That's a cute ball. Yamal receives it in a good position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No, again there's no way through. Looking to play him in. Oh, super find. He's in one-on-one. And he can thump it away.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Berbatov. Number 19, Raul.
He has found the way through.
Kukcu.
Played in by Eto.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Now somewhat off target.
Number 10, Musiala. Substitution.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Substitution in progress.
Van Dijk. And Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Kimmich. Musiala. Now it's Drogba. Drogba under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Takes aim and crosses. Ah, that's a fine interception. Now it's Drogba. Looking for options for movement. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's one-on-one. There's the shot. That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Yamal goes short. Drogba's cross.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And it's Cucurella. He's dealt with that really well. Gerrard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's made its way to him. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 11, Yamal. Number 17, Joshua Kimmich. Coming on the field, number 18, Graham Deal.
And that's a good... Musiala! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And again! And it's in! He has gobbled up his 20th goal. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Messi, he's got away. Messi's cross. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Knocks it into space. And that could set him on his way.
Montreal really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yamal could move up a gear here. Shevchenko. Alexander-Arnold. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Delivers the ball, and that should get the job done.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
No, that's been intercepted. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. Tries to play it through. Shevchenko. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
O'Reilly. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Messi. Gerrard. Great vision. Shevchenko. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And the ball is out of play. Gerrard. Can he get on the end of this? Akanji kept his eye on it, and he's there. And there goes the final whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here. Centre of attention, of course, Zico. Now he can play.
Well, you know, he isn't just a playmaker, Peter. He puts the hard yards in, and he has the presence to be quite a strong leader too.
So it's no surprise. Tries a shot! He scored! And that's got him off to a flyer!
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking.
Oh, terrible pass. And he's managed to get free. Nicely weighted ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that...
He's having a pop! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! About as smooth as it gets. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect...
And the shot! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Drives it in. Deftly away. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Messi. That has been slung wide. Driving forward. And here's Drogba. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attrition. He's going for goal! And that tested the keeper.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Raul going after that. Now it's Raul. Zico. He's in plenty of space here. Cucurella clears it. Yamal! And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Can he get onto this? Oh, that's fabulous. Yamal! And it's in! And again they hit the front. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That is good strength. And he's in on goal. Yamal is flagged offside. Marquez is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. A probing pass. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Kimmich. Yamal. And Alexander-Arnold. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's found support out wide. Raul picks it up out wide. And it's Zico.
Kimmich. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Raul. He has found the way through. And they can counter here. That's a good foray he's making. Raul proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Looking for the run. Raul providing an outlet on that flank. And a shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Oh, some astute defending there. And here's Drogba. Raul. And there's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Alexander-Arnold. Raul was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And Messi!
2 added minutes.
And yes, it's there! It's level again! What a match we have!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And that brings the first half to a close. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Now it's Yamal. He's found a way through. Kimmich. Rashford in acres of space out wide. Rashford! Great strike, a test for the keeper.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Drogba. In with the challenge. And they've got a throw. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Kukçu spots it and intercepts. Stood up well to him there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Kukçu. He's looking wide. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Raul. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? And that's a sharp finish. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
It's a promising position. Kokchu. Oh, this is a great position.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's quick to return it. Kimmich is always looking to break lines. He's picked his... Brahim Diaz! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Duke gets flagged offside.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Substitution on the field. Number 14, Rashford. Number 17, Joshua Kimmich. Coming on the
Koundé
field, number 7,
sends it crossfield.
Hazard. Number 8, Bruno Grimaldes.
Nicely shaped ball.
Taking place.
And he cuts out the supply. Schlotterbeck. Cucurella. Can he get it through? Hazard. Oh, nice touch. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival, Messi. Tries to pass it through, and he's well positioned here. He's had a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Diouf really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Yamal. And he's worked it through. He is through here. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Substitution in progress.
This for genuine comfort. You like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence that was never missing.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Now it's Hazard. It's a pretty loose pass. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, some tackle that. Rashford. He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Bruno Guimaraes, and it's Musiala. Silvestre does well to get it back. Knocks it into space, and he's managed to get free. Neymar, oh, he's got a sight of goal. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Hazard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Chance here to counter. Looking to play him in. Schlotterbeck cuts out the pass. Van Dijk. Kukçu. And we're done. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The